Girivardhana Girivardhana Yasodhanandana Vajjanaranjana Yasodhanandana Vajjanaranjana Jamuna Dhira Vanachari Jamuna Dhira Vanachari Jamuna Dhira Vanachari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudev. Jai Guru Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Guru Hari Bol. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pariva Jagacharya Hasdukta Sri Srimad Divine Bliss East Compound Acharya Jagat Guru Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pariva Jagacharya Astudha Sri Srimad Divine Bliss Srila Bhakti Vedanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai Anand Guru Vaishnava Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prams Go Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shyam Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Gauravan Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Mathura Dham Ki Jai Navadu Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Jamuna Mai Ki Jai Ganges Mai Ki Jai Tulasi Devi Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Samavesa Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Nitai Gaura Premanandi. All glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, All glory to Sambhu devotees. All glory to Sri Guru, Sri Gauranga. Om Vishnu Padya Krishna Pritya Bhutta Vishnu Bhakti Tirtha Shri Krishna Varashana Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Bhakti Tirtha Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Naruttamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet Nashta Praisha Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavati Uttama-suluki Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtiki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Sakyulunlitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Tapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayi Kadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yuttapadakaman Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lolita Shri Visakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopi Sai Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tatakanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Aipriya Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sundubhya Vacha Patitanam Padmevyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Srimad Bhagvatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Reading from Srimad Bhagvatam, Canto 4, Chapter 28. Puranjana becomes a woman in the next life, text 25. Vikrishamana prasabham Vikrishamana prasabham Yavanena baliyasa Yavanena baliyasa Navindat tamasavishta Navindat samasavishta Sakayam suhridam pura Sakayam suhridam pura Vikrishamana prasabam Yavanena baliyasa vindat tamasa vishta sakayam suhridam pura
Vikrishyamana prashabham yavanena baliyasa navindattamasavishta sakhayam suhridam pura Vikrishyamana prasabham yavanena baliyasa navindattamasavishta
Vikrishyamana prasabham yavanena baliyasa navindattamasavishta sakhayam suhridam pura Vikrishyamana prasabham yavanena baliyasa navindattamasavishta sakhayam suhridam pura Vrikshamana. Vikrishamana. Being dragged. Prasabham. Forcibly. Yavanena. By the Yavana. Baliyasa. Who was very powerful. Na Avindat could not remember. Tamasa, by darkness of ignorance. Avishtaha, being covered. Sakayam, his friend. Suhridam, always a well-wisher. Pura, from the very beginning. Translation and purport by the Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. When King Puranjana was being dragged with great force by the powerful Yavana, out of his gross ignorance, he still could not remember his friend and well-wisher, the Super Soul. Let's repeat. When King Puranjana was being dragged with great force by the powerful Yavana, out of his gross ignorance, he still could not remember his friend and well-wisher, the super soul. So the purpose purport. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, text 29, Lord Krishna says, Bhaktaram Jagyatapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwaram Suhurdam Sarva Bhutanam Gattvamam Santim Vrijati. A person can be in full Krishna consciousness and become happy and satisfied if he knows but three things, namely, that the Supreme Lord Krishna is the enjoyer of all benefits, that he is a proprietor of everything, and that he is the supreme friend of all living entities. If one does not know this and functions instead under the bodily conception, he is always harassed by the tribulations offered by material nature. In actuality, the Supreme Lord is sitting by the side of everyone. Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam hridesha arjuna tishtati. The living entity and the super soul are sitting side by side in the same tree. But despite being harassed by the laws of material nature, the foolish living entity does not turn towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead for protection. However, he thinks that he is able to protect himself from the stringent laws of material nature. This, however, is not possible. The living entity must turn towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead and surrender unto him. Only then will he be saved from the onslaught of the powerful Yavana, or Yamaraj. The word Sakayam, friend, is very significant in this verse because God is eternally present beside the living entity. The Supreme Lord is also described as Suhridam, ever well-wisher. The Supreme Lord is always a well-wisher, just like a father or mother. Despite all the offenses of the son, the father and mother are always the son's well-wisher. Similarly, despite all our offenses and defiance of the desires of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Lord will give us immediate relief from all the hardships offered by material nature if we simply surrender unto him, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Mam eva ye prapadyante mayam etam tarantite. Unfortunately, due to our bad association and great attachment for sense gratification, we do not remember our best friend, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that is the end of Srila Prabhupada's purport to text 25 of Srimad Bhagvatam, Canto 4, chapter 28, entitled Puranjana Becomes a Woman in the Next Life. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Narada Muni continued to speak. When King Puranjana was being dragged with great force by the powerful Yavana, why being dragged? Why the living entity being dragged? That's the word you see here. Being dragged. Bikrisha Mahanaha. This living entity is dragged. Means we are not ready to give up this body. So we are forced to give it up by force, not willingly. But what is in this body that we are attached to, that we don't like to give it up? What is inside this body? What is inside this body which we don't want to give it up? Is there any enjoyment in this body? Is there any enjoyment in this body? Can this body enjoy? There is nothing like enjoyment for dull matter. Dull matter has no enjoyment. Enjoyment is for the living entity, the spirit soul, not the body. Matter cannot enjoy matter because there is no feeling. This is matter, this is matter. There is feeling? Any feeling? So, but why we are attached to this matter which we are always being dragged out of his gross ignorance, our gross ignorance, because of ignorance, that we don't want to give up this deplorable body, this body, which is acquired by a great mistake, big mistake. To have this body is a big mistake. It's a wrong decision we have ever made in our life, to have this material body. But ignorance, not to ignorance. This ignorance means punishment. This is punishment. It is punishment that still we cannot remember our suhridam, our best well-wisher, a well-wisher, not just a friend. A well-wisher is different from a friend. A friend can be mitra or bandhu, but a suhrida, well-wisher, is different. A well-wisher is one who cares actually for us. His existence or her existence is just for our own benefit. That is a well-wisher. In Krishna, not sometimes, eternally, our well-wisher. Just look at our situation. Look at our situation very carefully. All of us are 100% helpless and 100% dependent. 100% dependent and helpless. Anyone who sleeps is dead. Anyone who sleeps is dead. If the super soul forgets to wake you, you cannot get up. We get up from sleep only if the super soul wakes us up. That is how helpless we are. What else is there? What else? Every single thing we do, we are dependent. I depend on this to read or to see you clearly. Right? If you remove this asana from my body, I will fall down. Is it not? To sit down, we need a support. Even for the chair to sit, you need a support. Earth. Even the earth also depends on Ananta says. And Ananta says depends on Krishna. Everything is dependent on something. And the ultimate shelter is Krishna himself, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is eternally our well-wisher. Prabhupada gave example, well-wisher, like a mother and father. A mother and father takes care of the child, even if the child is disobedient. There's a word Prabhupada used, which if you look at it, yes, defiance. Papa used the word here, defiance. Similarly, despite all our offenses and deviance of the desires of the Supreme Lord, the Personality of Godhead, the Lord will give us immediately from all the hardships offered by material nature if we simply surrender to Him. Deviance. It is assumption. This word is assumption. There's nobody can tell Krishna, this is your desire. I have my own desire. I have my independence. Nobody can tell Krishna like that. We can pretend to say like that. If we don't willingly surrender to Krishna, we're going to be dragged to surrender to Krishna. That is happening every day, constantly. Constantly. We are constantly dragged, and Prabhupada used the word, stringent laws of material nature. It means we cannot overcome it. We cannot. We may think we are disobeying. Nobody can disobey Krishna. Nobody. If we think we can disobey, material nature will force us to do what they want to do. And it's forcing us every moment. Every moment. Therefore, if we want to save ourselves, the solution is given here. We should try to understand three things. The Supreme Lord is the enjoyer of all benefits. All our activities, everything that we do, should be an offering to Krishna. Everything. When we have come to that platform, that everything that we are doing is an offering to Krishna, because He is a proprietor of everything. Everything is owned by Krishna. That is what He Himself declared. Aham sarvasya parvabha mata sarvam parvatati iti matva bhajenti mam buddha bhava samalvita. Aham sarvasya. I own both the material and the spiritual world. Everything inside, like here, Bhaktaram Jagitapasham, Bhaktaram Sarvaloka Maheshwara. All the planetary system, the three worlds belongs to Krishna. And beyond that, belongs to Krishna. Krishna owns everything, including all the powerful, all the demigods, everything inside. The owner of a house owns the content of that house. So Krishna is the owner of the material world. He owns everything inside the material world. So an intelligent and fortunate person is one who knows this. He's Bhaktaram. He's Bhakta. So we see everything as Krishna's paraphernalia. Everything. This is not just a philosophy. This philosophy is to take us to reality. If we just hang on philosophy, we'll miss it. We have to use the philosophy to go to the reality and attain success. That is Krishna consciousness. In our activities, we must demonstrate Krishna is the supreme proprietor of everything. We have to engage everything in his service. That person is not again in the material world. He is in the spiritual world. Ihayashe hare dasya. Karmana manasa gira. Nikalashu api abastishu. Jivan mukta sahujate. This is Jivan mukta. This is Jivan mukta. He is not here. He is already living in the spiritual world. Then, Krishna is the supreme friend of all living entities. Prabhupada said three things. The three things will free us from material, existing material struggle. Then Prabhupada added, if one does not know this and functions, instead under the bodily conception, we are going to be, our harassment will continue. Material energy will continue to harass us. So where is the chance for anyone to say that, no, I can disobey Krishna? Disobeying Krishna means what? We are going to be harassed by illusory energy of Krishna every day. And that is what he's doing. Material energy is offering obstacle to every conditioned soul. And our struggle to undo this obstacle is considered civilization. That is not civilization. We are simply struggling to exist. Struggling for existence is not life. Existence is different. Existence is when one is functioning outside the material energy. That's existence. Just life is blissful. That is life. It's a blissful Krishna conscious life. Yes. Our friend, our well-wisher is Lord Krishna. That is Krishna's nature. Krishna does not give us something which will entangle us. A well-wisher. He will never do anything which will entangle us. He carefully checks what we are asking him. If Krishna sees that this is good, he will say yes. You take it. If Krishna sees that what we are asking him is not going to help us, Krishna will say, wait, let me get you purified before you get it. Ignorance, the cause of our problem. I don't want to wait. I want it now. It's a problem. We should wait for Krishna. If we wait for Krishna, it is said Krishna's time is the best. Our time is not the best, but Krishna's time is the best. Why it is the best? Because he will get us trained and be qualified for what we are asking. So when we get it, it will not become an entanglement. Therefore, we should wait for Krishna to help us. Waiting for Krishna is intelligence. And Rupa Goswami also said that we should be patient. We should be patient. Executable devotional service with patience and determination. One should be determined to attain success. At the same time, we should be patient. It looks contradictory, but it is not contradictory. It is not. Determination does not mean commanding Krishna to do something now for us. That is different. Determination means we have resolved, I will be a devotee. It doesn't matter what it will take me to be a devotee. I'm ready to face it. That is determination. But patience means I then have to wait for Krishna. You see, that verse, 10:14:8. Very nice. Very nice. Proper quote this verse every time. 10:14:8. Very powerful. See Bhagvatam. It's a slope, all of you knows it. Tate do kampam su samik samano. We know the slope, we don't know the application. This verse can make anyone a pure devotee. Only this one. Only this verse. If you any one of us here understand this verse, you become a pure devotee. There is guaranteed success in our Christian consciousness. Success is guaranteed. If we apply this verse in our life, every day we use this as our mirror or to check where we are in our Christian consciousness, there is guaranteed success. There's no doubt about success in our Christian consciousness. This is 10th Canto, chapter 14, text 8. Brahma's prayers to Lord Krishna. This is Lord Brahma. Our Mahajan is teaching us what should be the approach, how we should approach Krishna. That is why it is important for us to follow Mahajan, because they give their realization. They don't give us their knowledge. The Mahajans, they give us the realization. The realization is the best of any person. That's the best. A person who teaches from the book, you cannot answer the questions that you get from the audience. A person who is teaching from realization, you answer all questions because you have realized what you are delivering. So realization is better. So this is Lord Brahma speaking. Boom jana divatama kritam vipakam. Hidva vabupi vidadan namaste jivitayo mukti padesa tayabak. Yes. Jivitayo mukti padesa tayabak. The kingdom of God, it becomes a rightful claim. It's a right. Kingdom of God become our right. Only if we follow the principle. What is the principle? My dear Lord, one who earnestly waits. See the composition of the world. Look at the composition. One who earnestly waits. One who is not waiting with grudge. But is not waiting and look at the time, Krishna. Look at the time. Why is it taking you so long? Why? A person who does not have this consciousness earnestly wait for you to bestow his costless mercy upon him. If it is costless, then we should wait for it. But endeavor must not wait. Endeavor should continue, but patience should wait. We should wait. Happily, we should wait happily. Because we have lost our right. Conditions like means we have lost our right. Therefore, we cannot claim any right. We have to wait for the mercy to come. For the mercy to come, we have to apply ourselves appropriately to the principle. So wait with good consciousness. All the while, patiently suffering the reactions of his past misdeed and offering you respectful obeisances with his heart. Respectful obeisances from the heart. The respectful obeisances is offered with heart means we are offering with appreciation. One cannot offer with appreciation with grudge. With grudge, one cannot offer with appreciation. We offer with demand. Give me now. Give me now. Krishna, I've been hearing you are very, very merciful, very kind. Oh, Nitai, Nitai, Nitai. So merciful. Can't take offense. Why my own situation is different? Why my situation is different? You don't take offense. So what about me? If you're not taking offense, why am I still like this? If you don't take offense, why am I like this? So take it all now. Give me the right thing. I want to go. We should have the proper mentality to have to wait for Krishna to clean all these unnecessary things from our head. Yes. The word and body is surely eligible for liberation, for it has become his rightful claim. Sridhar Swami explains in his commentary that just as a legitimate son has to simply remain alive to gain an inheritance from his father, one who simply remains alive in Krishna consciousness, following the regulatory principles of Bhakti Yoga, automatically becomes eligible to receive the mercy of the personality of Godhead. In other words, he will be promoted to the kingdom of God. For a son to inherit father's property, the son should not die before the father. If you die, you forfeit everything. You can't get anything. You have to remain alive. Similarly, for a devotee to inherit the kingdom of God, we have to wait for Krishna. We should not leave Krishna consciousness. If you leave Krishna consciousness, you will never get anything. You can go to demigod. You can go to them. You will never get any kingdom of God because the demigods are not staying in Goloka. If you go to them, you will not get Goloka. You go to those who stay in Goloka. It's Krishna and his pure devotees. Two of them, they live in Goloka. So if you approach the pure devotee of Krishna, Krishna will go to Goloka because that is where they lived. Demigods are not in Goloka. They are in their own respective abode, which is within this material world. You will not go there. So we should wait for Krishna's mercy with a sweet heart, with sweet expectation, with appreciation. With appreciation, yes. Thank you, Krishna, for everything. You are so kind that looking at my activities, let us examine ourselves. What is our activities? What is our activities? What is our activities? The duration of our life in this material world has been calculated to be time immemorial. What is keeping us here in this material world? Sin gratification, sinful life. Right. This is what is keeping us. Not devotional service, not bhakti, not Krishna consciousness. So what is our right to go back to Godhead? Looking at our activities. Looking at our activities we are doing every day. Even up to where we are said to be in devotional in Krishna consciousness. Check how devotional is our activities. How devotional is our activities every day? How devotional is our japa? How devotional is our hearing, our speaking, our different services? How devotional? What is the amount of devotion in the activities which we do in Krishna consciousness? We're not asking about it before we came to Krishna. What is the quality of our devotional service? That we feel that we can go back to Godhead. When our child is speaking, when Prabhupada is speaking, we should try to understand what he's saying. If we understand these three things, Prabhupada says we'll go back to Godhead. But what is the quality of these three things that we do every day in our Krishna consciousness? What is the quality? How does it attract Krishna? What is inside that we think that can get Krishna's mercy? So Prabhupada said, the Father is always a well-wisher. He doesn't look at our nonsense activities. Always constantly try to help us, encourage us. So the super soul is staying in the heart. Ishwara Sara Bhutana Virudhi Sarjuna Tishtati Jantra Rudani Mayaya Arudani. This is our situation. Krishna is not sitting on a machine made of material energy. Krishna is just observing everything which is happening. He's sitting here. What is he sitting here? Huh? Why Krishna is sitting here? To constantly remind us. Listen to me! Ah, okay. That would take many lifetimes to listen to Krishna. This one word. But to listen to Krishna, it will take many lifetimes. That is the mercy of Krishna. His mercy is that he constantly follows us. Is Krishna obliged to follow us anywhere? Huh? Krishna is obliged to follow us? No, he's not. But out of his sweet will, he knows, he's my children. I should do this for him. As a well-wisher. Krishna is the only well-wisher. No friend, no husband, no wife, no brother, no sister, nobody follow us to jail. Nobody follow us to hell. Only Krishna does that. So he is the well-wisher. That he is ready to go anywhere just to remind us to turn our face towards him so he can help us and take us back home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. Any comment or question? Yes, Prabhu.
Sometimes in my conditioned state, like certain tormenting situation, I feel that this situation is unfavorable for me. Although in the Shastra is written that I can practice Bhakti in any situation. But in my conditioned state, I feel that certain very tough situation, it's very difficult for me to catch on. So is it right that I pray to Krishna that Krishna, this situation, I'm not able to surrender to you properly. Can you please help me to change the situation a little bit so that I can... So is it right to ask Krishna to change our situation so that I can surrender?
There are something you should understand. Krishna was speaking to his devotee. What they are saying. Krishna is speaking to his devotee. And some of us who are trying to become devotee, we are not yet devotee, we are trying to be devotee. So our situation is different. That is what we are addressing. The situation is for Krishna's pure devotees. So those of us who are not on that level, we are trying to be a devotee. Yes, we should pray to Krishna. We should pray Krishna. Please. You know what is best for me as my well-wisher. You know what is best for me. And you should do what is best for me. Please, give me the strength to be able to handle it. Please, give me the strength. I don't want to interfere with your plan to help me. I don't want to interfere. But because I'm weak, I'm not on this level, and you are doing what is good for me, please give me the strength to handle it. If you pray like that, He will give us the strength to handle it. So in this way, we will be successful and will not be an interference in the process Krishna has designed to help us. Understand? Yes. We should pray like that. Every day, we should pray like that. Our prayers will go to Krishna. If it is from the heart, Krishna will attend to it immediately and give us what is necessary. He also give us the strength to handle it and attain success. Right? Yes. Yes, bro.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, yesterday's class we were mentioning about sense gratification. Sense gratification of any kind or any level is always troublesome. So my question was like, usually now in present state, practically if I see my desire to serve or willingness to serve Krishna is secondary to sense gratification. If sense gratification is completely removed, then I will be rebellious to serve Krishna. And so what I feel like a little sense gratification is always a catalyst for me to serve Krishna. Whenever I get a little sense gratification, it inspires me or encourages me to do more Krishna consciousness. So actually why I am asking this question, because like before coming to Krishna consciousness, somehow by will of providence I was always put in a situation where I got a lot of adoration and distinction. So that's why I enjoyed such a distinction for whole life. And after coming to Krishna consciousness, we are told like be humble and don't enjoy anything. So initially I took it very seriously and I was trying to suppress my desires. So I did quite for a long time, for 4 to 5 years. So after that, after that, when I remember Krishna consciousness devotees, I used to feel this Krishna consciousness made me disempowered and depressed, because the desire is inside, but I'm suppressing externally so that I don't become proud or don't enjoy distinction. But after some time, I felt like I should accept that I need some sense gratification, and only this sense gratification is given, then I will be encouraged, and I can see practically also that when I make some arrangement for sense gratification, so that I mind doesn't rebel for serving Krishna, then I become more encouraged, and when I get little distinction also, I feel lot of encouragement, and I am very grateful for Krishna for giving the sense gratification. So the gratitude also comes, but someone who has completely give up, then that rebellions to authority also, and so can you help me understand like how to, can I
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. You are very kind to us. You're very kind. So the question look like it is a question, but it's actually our question. It's our question. All of us. We may not have the purity to say it, but it's our question. So yes, very nice question. Thank you. A good doctor, should not look at the feelings of the patient. You look at the cure of the patient. How will the patient be cured? So a good doctor cannot say, don't eat salt for 6 months. And if the parents say, okay, once a month, the doctor said, don't take salt for 1 month. But the parents say once a month. You think you get cured? Huh? Who is doing the good, the doctor or the parent? The doctor. So if you take a little poison, it is still poison. One can die instantly, one can die slowly. Both are dead. In fact, if you die instantly, it's better than to die slowly, because you are going to put so many people in anxiety. We're going to take care of you. You're going to spend so much money in the process. So it is karma. Though it may look like, yes, it may look like, it is an encouragement because I get little sometimes. But we are adding poison to our food. So, immediate relief is not the solution to the problem. Therefore, our acharyas talk about prayer and sreya. Children and adult. Children, we want to play now, forgetting the future. And the experienced person, you look at the future and plan for it. That you're going to school, give time to study, prepare, and become a big educated person so you can have a big job and a big money to live life. So it looks like it is all right when the child is playing the whole day, but the parent who knows the future will not allow the child to do that. So we should not blame Krishna, we should not blame the authorities, we should not, these are my well-wishers, so I should follow them. Although it is difficult, yes, we can pray to Lord Krishna to give us strength to handle it. So instead of delaying our success by sometimes athlete sanctification, because it's pleasing to the senses, it will be dangerous. If we do our sadhana very nicely, you still get that prestige. You still get it. You know, the moment you come to Krishna consciousness, do you know how famous you become? Become famous the whole day, they'll call your name. The whole day. That is fame, which you are looking for. You are getting it that way. So better we get it this way by doing the right thing than to get the mundane one, which will delay our progress in Krishna consciousness. Do our sadhana very nicely. You get the prestige. Everybody will be calling you. Everybody will become attracted to you. So you get it also in a good way. So let's go for the good one. And make progress and attain success on time, than to take a slow process, which there may be accident on the way.
One little clarification.
Yes.
So, you told like do sadhana and seva in good way, but while doing seva, consciousness, I cannot directly jump to, artificially jump to do seva in pure Krishna consciousness or in pure devotional service way. So there is some consciousness where we are expecting something. I cannot forcefully stop it. So usually like we tell that just engage in Krishna consciousness, whatever is the Krishna is there to smash our pride, or he will give us realization. Just instead of not doing, in the fear of becoming proud, not doing any service, do the service, get proud, Krishna will smash it and we learn slowly. So isn't it a right understanding?
Yes, if you can be proud Out of 10 billion people in the world, see, I'm a devotee. See, I'm a devotee. That's pride. It's allowed. That is okay. How many people are, out of 10 billion people, how many people are devotees? How many? What's our number? Huh? How many devotees in the world? Out of 10 billion people in the world? 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs. What is 10 lakhs compared to 10 billion? Now, out of them, up to this, you are a devotee of Krishna. What a prestigious position. That's a bit of pride. Oh, I'm a devotee. You see? Also, look at other religious organizations. Look, they look dirty, but look how bright you are. Isn't that pride? You not? Look at your altar. See how it looks like. Some other temple, the deity get dressed once a year. But see, your deity, new dress, the master is coming, how many dresses you have? So bright, nice. This is pride. See the religion I'm following. It is prestigious. Yes. So you should look at all the social facilities you have in Christian consciousness. It's a big pride. Look at your kirtan. Have you been to other temple before in a kirtan? You won't hear anything. And look at their own. You know, sweeter? This is what we have. This is what you have. See, pride. We're not looking at what we have carefully. That is why we feel empty. If you look at what we have, everything is inside. Everything is inside here, not outside. Everything. Then look at your prasad. Some people are sitting on top of ice at the Himalayas, but they're sitting under the fan and air conditioning. Just imagine that. See, 9 o'clock, and go down the prasadam hall and see the prasadam you have. Very aromatic and tasty. So sweet. Look at the first, look at your Bhagvatam, look at your book. So sweet, everything you have. This should give us, solace, Krishna consciousness. Yeah, this is it. And God is the most attractive person that so small and is the biggest, can do uncommon activities. It's just mysterious personality of God. That's what you have. And inviting you to go and join this enjoyment. What a wonderful life. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.